In at number 10, Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra. With a 10-year age gap between Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra, a source close to the couple says that the age difference is not a big deal to them whatsoever. The couple was first spotted together in 2017, which was a year before they reportedly began dating. Apparently, Nick loves dating older women, and if anything, Priyanka has said that he acts much older than he is. She once joked during an interview that she calls him Old Man Jonas. The couple largely kept their relationship quiet because they knew how judgmental the public would be about it. Even when Nick had joined the 18th season of The Voice as a new coach, he was teased about his age by fellow singer Kelly Clarkson. I guess she told him that she was a decade older than him, and Jonas just replied with, "My wife is 37, so it's cool." In at number 9, Hugh Jackman and Deborah Lee Furness. Hugh and Deborah have a 13-year age gap between them, but the couple have been together for more than 20 years. Jackman met the love of his life long before he ever made it big as a movie star. He was a brand new actor at the time who became smitten by Deborah, who was already an Australian movie star. When speaking about how they met, Hugh said that it was during his first job out of drama school, which was a massive break for him, so naturally he was really scared. While speaking with People magazine, the actor said, "Deb, she was a big star. I got picked up and Deb is in the front seat of the car. I'll never forget. She took off her seatbelt and she turned around and put out her hand and took off her sunglasses and said, 'Hi, I'm Deborah Lee Furness. Nice to meet you.' I remember thinking, I like this girl." And according to Hugh, he actually tried to avoid speaking to her because he had a big crush on her. Although after inviting her over for a dinner party, the two really began to hit it off. The duo tried to keep the relationship a secret, which lasted for about 3 weeks before they realized everybody knew the entire time. Everybody on the set of the film, that is. In at number 8, Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. Although you could never tell based on Ellen's youthful appearance and dance moves, the comedian and talk show host is 62 years old, while her wife Portia is only 47. Despite the 15-year age gap, the couple have been together since 2004 and tied the knot in 2008 after the same-sex marriage ban was lifted in California. Recently, there have been lots of rumors swirling that the couple has split up, but Portia believes that these divorce rumors just means that they are now viewed as a regular famous couple. When she saw these tabloids speculating that they had divorced, she was happy because it meant that the public's perception had finally changed on same-sex marriages. Now they got these same criticisms that straight couples get in Hollywood as well. In at number 7, Hilary Burton and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. One Tree Hill actress Hilary Burton and The Walking Dead villain Dean Morgan have been dating since 2009. Dean has referred to Burton as his wife, but no announcement of an official marriage was ever made. The couple have a 16-year age gap between them and ended up being introduced to each other at an Irish pub in Los Angeles by her former co-star. Hilary was reflecting on that night while speaking with People magazine and said that she was never a girl that anyone really pursued, adding that she's always been an alpha, but when she met Jeffrey, he was exuding confidence as he said to her, "You're gonna be my girlfriend." It's a good thing that she found this statement intoxicating instead of off-putting. Although the couple kept their relationship secret for so long that Burton gave birth to their son, Augustus, before the couple even went public with their romance. In at number 6, Heidi Klum and Tom Kalilitz. In 2018, model Heidi Klum began dating Tokyo Hotel guitarist Tom Kalilitz, and although this new relationship turned some heads because Heidi is 45 and Tom is only 29, so with 17 years between the couple, it was often a big question that would come up during interviews. While speaking with InStyle magazine, Klum spoke about what it's like to date a man 17 years her junior. Heidi said, "My boyfriend is many years younger than me, and lots of people are questioning that and asking about it. That's really the only time when age seems to get shoved in my face, and I have to give an answer for it. I don't really think about it that much otherwise." The rumors surrounding the couple dating came after they were spotted kissing on set while Heidi was filming America's Got Talent. They would then make their first public appearance as a couple in May of 2018 at the Cannes Gala. Then on December 24th, 2018, Heidi posted a photo on Twitter announcing that Tom had proposed to her. In at number 5, Amber Tamblyn and David Cross. David Cross and wife Amber Tamblyn have been married since 2012, but the comedian has admitted to Insider.com that he hesitated to get involved with the actress at first due to their 19-year age difference. When they first shared a comedy stage together in 2012 at a show in New York City, David wanted to make a move but wasn't sure if he should. Rightfully so, he was taking into account the huge age gap as well as the fact that Amber was a fan of his. In at number 4, Rosie and Jason Statham. Actor Jason Statham and model Rosie Huntington-Whiteley began dating in 2010. Apparently, the couple met while Rosie was on set of Transformers because Jason was primed to take over Shia LaBeouf's spot in the series. Although after they began dating, they largely kept their relationship on the DL because of that 20-year age gap between them. However, the pair did go public with their romance at that year's Coachella Festival in California. After just 6 months of dating, the celebrity couple decided to move in together and began flaunting the relationship without a care to the world. The couple got engaged in 2016 and welcomed their first child, Jack Oscar, in June of 2017. In at number 3, Sam and Aaron Taylor Johnson. Avengers Age of Ultron actor Aaron Johnson met director Sam Taylor Wood when he starred in her movie called Nowhere Boy. He was 18 years old at the time and Sam was 42. With a 24-year age gap between them, the couple ignored their critics and were engaged months after meeting in 2009 and actually got married in 2012. Then they changed their last name to Taylor Johnson and had 2 daughters together. When they met on the set of Nowhere Boy, Aaron McConaughey had been preparing for that role for like 6 weeks and worked extra hard because he knew it could potentially change his life. I mean, it was a huge movie opportunity, although little did he know that his life was about to change in a whole other way as well. Aaron told Bizarre Magazine during an interview that as soon as they finished filming, he told Sam that he was going to marry her, even though they had never even kissed before or even been on a date for that matter. Sure enough, a year to the minute after they met, he got down on one knee and popped the question. In at number 2, Dane Cook and Kelsey Taylor. Their relationship was a big shock to a lot of people just because of how young Kelsey looks and how old Dane Cook looks now. I even recall him saying on a podcast that he once said to her, "Where have you been all my life?" before realizing that she wasn't even born until 1998. In 1998, Dane Cook was 26 years old and beginning to blow up in the world of stand-up comedy. The couple began dating in 2017, and an insider told Us Weekly that Dane is approaching this relationship with a more serious approach, adding, "This is definitely the most serious relationship he has had so far. He doesn't talk to any other women anymore, and before her, he used to have lots of one-night stands." We don't need a secret insider though to tell us that Dane is serious about this relationship. He is constantly gushing over Kelsey on Instagram and always trying to show off her musical talent, so we get it. You happy. Last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor. Hollywood actresses Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor have been together for 5 years now, and the pair went from quietly dating to working to normalize age gap relationships. The couple first met in 2005 at a party which would be a decade before they began dating. Sarah told the New York Times in 2016 that she was instantly blown away by Taylor's beauty when they met for the first time, adding that she was probably the most exquisitely beautiful woman she'd ever seen. While promoting an upcoming film on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Sarah told Andy and Billy Eichner how her and Holland's relationship began.
Day for it, and we sort of breezed by one another and then started following each other on Twitter, and then...
Wow. So Holland Taylor slid into your DMs?
She actually did.
Wow.
With a 31-year age gap between this celebrity couple, it's no wonder that they've taken the reins of normalizing huge age gaps. In at number 10, Adam Levine and Behati Prinsloo. Adam Levine and Behati Prinsloo were both known for their own separate careers before they even got together. Levine hit the big time when Maroon 5 blew up in the early 2000s, and Prinsloo has been an incredibly successful runway and Victoria's Secret model since 2006. The pair met through a mutual friend when Adam was looking for a woman to be in his music video that could do some action stuff. From there, Adam emailed Behati, but she just ended up not being able to do the video. That being said, they did begin to really connect with one another through this email correspondence. They finally met in person a year later, and Behati said that it was love at first sight. Oh, how sweet. However, around 2013, the couple had split up for a little while before realizing that it was a terrible decision. After that, they got back together, got engaged, and then got married, and the age gap between this celebrity couple is 9 years, with Adam being born in 1979 and Behati being born in 1988. And I hope I got your name right, Behati, if you're watching. Although Behati is kind of a nice name, even if that's not the right pronunciation. Who's she? She's a Behati. I don't know. In at number 9, Nikki Reed and Ian Somerhalder. Despite years of being plagued with rumors in the tabloids, Nikki and Ian actually have a really great relationship. It was one that moved quickly as the two actors fell in love, got engaged, and then married all within a year of dating. They first sparked rumors of a budding romance when the pair were spotted going for runs together and getting close at an LA farmer's market, although no one could confirm as to whether or not they were actually dating. The age gap between this celebrity couple is 10 years, with Ian being born in 1978 and Nikki being born in 1988. In at number 8, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. This is perhaps one of my favorite celebrity couples on this list. They both share a hilarious dry sense of humor and are now the proud parents to 3 daughters. The timeline of this celebrity couple began in 2010 when they were cast as the leads in the movie Green Lantern. However, at the time, Ryan was married to Scarlett Johansson and Blake was dating someone else. By 2012 though, and with both of them going through a breakup and divorce, the couple were spotted taking trips together in New Orleans, as well as visiting Ryan's family in Canada and Blake's family in New York. The age gap between this celebrity couple is 11 years, with Ryan being born in 1976 and Blake being born in 1987. In at number 7, Michael Fassbender and Alicia Vikander. A lot of celebrity couples are very high profile, while others do their very best to remain under the radar of public scrutiny. Alicia and Michael have frequently been co-stars, but the amount of time that the couple have been together is still a bit of a mystery. Reportedly, the celebrity couple began dating in late 2014 and then got married on October 14, 2017. Alicia was 26 at the time, while Fassbender was 37. At the time though, Vikander was just breaking out for her role in Testament of Youth and was about to embark on a whirlwind in 2015. Fassbender, meanwhile, had been acting for a steady 15 years, including high-profile turns in franchises like the X-Men. The age gap between this celebrity couple is 11 years, with Michael being born in 1977 and Alicia being born in 1988. In at number 6, Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z and Beyonce may be one of the most famous celebrity couples on this list, but that being said, they do an excellent job of trying to keep the relationship very private. Typically, the only insights that we get into this couple is through their music, which awesome marketing tool as well, and we expected no less from this power couple. Although the internet is torn on the exact date that they met, the general consensus is that they were introduced to each other somewhere between 1999 and 2000, when Beyonce was only 18 years old. Jay-Z would later admit during an interview that the two began dating sometime in 2001 when they appeared together on a Vanity Fair shoot. By April of 2008, the famous couple tied the knot in a super secret ceremony. When speaking about the wedding, Beyonce said, "There was no rush, no one expected me to run off and get married. I really don't believe that you will love the same thing when you're 20 as you do at 30, so that was my rule. Before the age of 25, I would never get married. I feel like you have to get to know yourself, know what you want, spend some time by yourself, and be proud of who you are before you can share that with someone else." For this celebrity couple, their age gap is 12 years, with Jay-Z being born in 1969 and Beyonce being born in 1981. In at number 5, William H. Macy and Felicity Huffman. This celebrity couple is one that has certainly withstood the test of time when it comes to famous people getting together. They have been married for more than 20 years after dating one another for 15 years on and off. In the wake of Felicity's legal troubles involving the college admission scandals, the actress was sentenced to 14 days in prison on September 13th for her involvement. An insider close to the couple said that Felicity and Bill are a real unit though, and Bill is actually holding the family together as Felicity completes her sentence. The pair initially met in the 1980s at the Atlantic Theater Company in New York City and proceeded to go on to date each other. Over the course of several years, William proposed many times, but Felicity rejected him because she was so scared of marriage and even thought that she would have preferred to step in front of a bus than get married. Regardless, the pair are very happy together, and the age gap between them is 12 years as well, with Bill being born in 1950 and Felicity being born in 1962. In at number 4, Viola Davis and Julius Tennant. When Viola Davis came to Los Angeles to pursue a career in acting, she had a very tough start and overall felt extremely lonely. During an interview, she said that she thought that she was the loneliest woman in the world. When she told this to a friend, her friend jokingly replied that she should just pray for a husband. At her wit's end with this lonely feeling, she did just that. In an interview with Page 6, Viola said, "I wanted a big black man from the South who looked like a football player, who already had children, who maybe had been married before. 3.5 weeks later, I met my husband." Julius ended up overhearing Viola saying that she really didn't like LA because she just didn't know anyone, so he came over and gave her his card. The pair ended up falling in love and getting married in 2003, and then adopted a daughter together in October of 2011. The gap between this celebrity couple is 12 years as well, with Julius being born in 1953 and Viola being born in 1965. In at number 3, Stephen Moyer and Anna Paquin. This celebrity couple with a huge age gap met on the set of the famous vampire series True Blood. During her guest appearance on Live with Kelly and Rain, Anna Paquin confessed that it wasn't love at first sight for her. The star added that she and Stephen got along very well, but they didn't plan to let things get any bigger than that. Nevertheless, they couldn't resist the chemistry between them. After they got engaged on a beach in Hawaii, the couple tied the knot in a 2010 Malibu ceremony attended by big stars like Elijah Wood and Carrie Preston. Today they are parents to twins Poppy and Charlie, and the relationship has never been stronger. The age gap between this celebrity couple is 13 years, with Stephen being born in 1969 and Anna being born in 1982. In at number 2, Camila Alves and Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey and Camila Alves are one of the Hollywood's sweetest couples, and they've been married for 8 years and together for 14 years. Matt and Camila met at a bar in West Hollywood when he saw Alves walking by in an aqua green dress. Yes, he remembered the dress. But that just made him drop whatever he was doing and go, "Who is that? Who is that?" Although when he tried to strike up a conversation with the Brazilian-born model, he spoke in Spanish because he didn't know any Portuguese, which might have come off as cute, who knows. Matthew ended up proposing to her on Christmas Day in 2011, and on June 9, 2012, the celebrity couple got married in Austin, Texas. Guests at the wedding included Woody Harrelson, Reese Witherspoon, and filmmaker Richard Linklater. That would have been a cool table to sit at. Camila saw this wedding as just another extension of their life together though. She said during an interview, "We've been living a married life for over 6 years now. We have homes together, we have a family together, we have kids, we've built a life together, so we've been living a married life this whole time." The age gap between this celebrity couple is also 13 years, with Matthew being born in 1969 and Camila being born in 1982. Last but certainly not least, our number 1 spot, Matt Bomer and Simon Halls. Matt Bomer secretly married publicist Simon Halls in 2011, a year before the actor actually came out publicly. Matt is known for keeping his life very private, but in 2012 when he accepted a humanitarian award, he acknowledged his sexuality when he mentioned that he had adopted 3 children with Simon. In the speech he said, "I'd really especially like to thank my beautiful family, Simon, Kit, Walker, and Henry. Thank you for teaching me what unconditional love is. You will always be my proudest accomplishment." The age gap between this celebrity couple is 13 years as well, with Simon being born in 1964 and Matt being born in 1977.
And at number 10, Scott Disick and Amelia Hamlin. Following his breakup from Sophia Richie, Scott Disick has a new girlfriend, who is even younger than his last one. The 37-year-old Keeping Up with the Kardashians star revealed a few months ago that he was officially dating 19-year-old Amelia Hamlin, daughter of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Lisa Rinna. A source said about their relationship, quote, "He's been telling friends how much she means to him and how into her that he is." And when asked about the 18-year age gap, apparently the couple doesn't feel the age difference. The source added, quote, "She grew up in the industry and knows how all this works. It's a different type of maturity, and they don't really feel the age difference." And I'm happy for them, but I do think it's odd that he dated two people when they were 19 years old back to back. And at number 9, Woody Allen and Soon-Yi. So this couple does not only have a large age gap, they also have a very controversial start. Woody Allen started seeing Mia Farrow in 1980, and Farrow had 14 children, including adopted daughter Soon-Yi, who would later marry Allen. In 1992, after 12 years of being together, Farrow found nude photos of Soon-Yi, who was 21 at the time, in Allen's house. When confronted by Farrow, Allen, then 57, said that he had slept with Soon-Yi for the first time 2 weeks before. In August of 1992, Allen released a statement that he was in love with Soon-Yi, and then later in 1997 they got married and have been together since. So there's a lot of weirdness with this one, not just the 35-year age gap. And at number 8, Hugh Hefner. The Playboy mogul was known for his relationships with young women that were decades younger than him. He famously dated 3 women at the same time during the show Girls Next Door, when he dated Holly Madison, Kendra Wilkinson, and Bridget Marquardt at the same time. Hefner married a total of 3 times, and a crazy fact was that his first divorce happened 27 years before his 3rd wife was even born. In 2012, Hefner married his last wife, Crystal Harris. She was 26 at the time, which was 60 years younger than the 86-year-old Hefner. And when they were together, Crystal was decades younger than Hefner's children with his first wife, as many of Hef's kids were in their 60s, while Crystal was in her 30s. And at number 7, Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Back in 1996, during the Duval Film Festival, friends introduced Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas to one another, and after that coincidental meeting, the two would later marry in 2000. The pair has a large age gap of 25 years. Even crazier though is that they actually share the same birthday of September 25th. Douglas is 76, while Zeta-Jones is 51, and the pair are still going strong after 20 years of marriage. Douglas and Zeta-Jones have 2 children together. Dylan was born 3 months after the two married in 2000, and another followed 3 years later. So even though the gap is large for this pair, they are very much in love. And at number 6, David Foster and Katharine McPhee. David Foster first met his wife Katharine McPhee during season 5 of the show American Idol, where he was a mentor. According to Harper's Bazaar, the two did not confirm their relationship until their engagement in 2018, which was not long after his divorce from model Yolanda Hadid. So this is another one with a really big age gap of 34 years, with David being 71 and Katharine being 37. Something that probably adds a layer of awkwardness onto this one though is the fact that Katharine is actually older than a few of David's daughters with his first wife. Foster said about their age difference, quote, "Look, we have haters on social media and there's not a person around that's not going to make some comment about the age difference. But there are so many things that can bring a marriage down, and one of them is age difference, but that's our only problem." Halfway at number 5, Florence Pugh and Zach Braff. Florence Pugh has been very vocal about her disdain for people that judge her for her age gap relationship with actor Zach Braff. Florence is 25 and Zach is 46. When asked about their gap, she said, quote, "I have the right to hang out and be with and go out with anyone I want to. I've always found this part of what people do really bizarre. I'm an actor because I like acting and I don't mind people watching my stuff, but people have no right to educate me on my private life." Continuing, quote, "I'm 24 and I can't choose who I love. There's a reason why I'm not with someone my age. It hasn't worked. So who are you trying to match me up with?" Florence also addressed this topic after she received hate for wishing her boyfriend a happy birthday on her Instagram, saying that she was forced to turn off the comments after she got tons of hate. And at number 4, Celine Dion and Renee Angel. The music legend actually got married to someone that she had known since she was only 12. Celine's manager, Renee Angel, has managed her since she started her career at the age of 12. However, years later, when Dion was 18, her feelings started to change and they started dating. The pair ended up getting married when Celine was 26 and he was 52. And even though many people had doubts about their relationship, even Celine's family, they had a long and happy marriage. They wed in 1994, had children together, and stayed together until Angel passed away from cancer at age 73 in 2016. And at number 3, Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was married to Demi Moore from 1987 to 2000, but after their split, he found love again with Emma Hemming in 2008. They started dating and got married in 2009 when Willis was 54 and Hemming was 32. Their age difference was very scandalous at the time, along with how much Hemming looked like a younger version of Demi Moore. Moore actually attended their wedding. The Daily Mail said at the time that Hemming, quote, "looks very much like Willis's first wife Demi Moore, just 16 years younger," adding that Hemming was only a few years older than Demi Moore's husband at that time, Ashton Kutcher. There was also a considerable 16-year age gap between that pair. And at number 2, Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid got married to PhD student Laura Savoie in October of 2019. The couple has a 39-year age gap. When talking about their age gap, Quaid said that he is not fazed, saying about the relationship, quote, "I didn't go out looking for an age gap or someone really younger than me. I met her at a business event and then the relationship developed." However, it does seem to be a trend with Quaid because his last partner was 32 years younger than him. And finally, at number 1, Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie and his girlfriend set the internet ablaze when people started to realize how large of an age gap that they had. Lionel Richie and girlfriend Lisa Prigi have a 40-year age gap between them, with him being 71 while his girlfriend is 31. Online, the reaction was a mix of support and hate towards the couple. One user wrote, quote, "Lionel Richie with his new bae, he's 71 and she's 30, love wins." However, some other people pointed out that he is old enough to be her grandfather, and pointing out how when he was 40, she was just born. The pair have been dating since 2014, and honestly, I was shocked to hear that Lionel Richie is 71. He looks phenomenal. I thought he was in his 50s from seeing him on American Idol. And at number 10, Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra. If I'm gonna be honest with you, when this couple was first announced, I was pretty sure this was some sort of publicity stunt. I don't think I was the only one, but a lot of people thought so. I just thought it was a very strange coupling, you know what I mean? However, the two are still going strong and are now married. The pair first announced their relationship when Nick was 26 and Priyanka was 36. In an interview with Jimmy Kimmel, Chopra said that she and Jonas were both wearing Ralph Lauren to the Met Gala, so they ended up going together and obviously spending a lot of time together. After only 2 months of dating, the pair announced their engagement in July of 2018. The pair then had wedding ceremonies in the United States and India, where Chopra is from. Regarding their age gap, a source close to the couple said, quote, "The age difference is not a big deal to them whatsoever," adding that Nick, quote, "loves dating older women, and if anything it makes Priyanka even more attractive to him." This is because Nick is apparently an old soul.
And I got down on one knee and said, "Where have you been all my life?"
He actually did.
And at number 9, Z and Beyonce. This power couple has been together for what feels like forever. I almost forgot that they had a considerable age gap. The couple got together in 2001 when Jay was 32 and Beyonce was only 20. They got married years later in 2008 and gave birth to their first child, Blue Ivy, in 2012. The pair has dealt with marital issues related to Jay-Z's cheating and even spoke about his infidelity on his recent album, 444. The couple was able to work out their issues and they welcomed twins Rumi and Sir in 2017. And at number 8, Viola Davis and Julius Tenen. Viola Davis and Julius Tenen got married in 2003 and they've remained a strong couple ever since. The pair has a 12-year age gap between them. Viola is 55 years old while Julius is 67. The couple also adopted a child together in 2011. When speaking about how the pair met, Viola said that she was going through a time of intense loneliness, which led her to start praying for a man in her life. Less than 3 weeks later, her prayers were answered, and she met Julius on set while filming an episode of City of Angels. And at number 7, Hugh Jackman and Deborah Lee Furness. This happy couple has been together for more than 20 years, meeting on set in 1995. The two hit it off almost instantly and got married a year later in 1996, which actually happens to be my birth year. I mean, that's beside the point, but I just had to point that out. The couple have a 13-year age gap. Jackman is 52 while Lee Furness is 65. They've adopted 2 kids together. Jackman told People that even though his wife is technically older, it really doesn't feel like it, saying, quote, "I'm literally the adult in the relationship. She's just like a little kid. I'm the one saying, babe, that's not a legal parking spot." And I just love her even more for that.
I knew pretty soon in, but it was also my first job. Deb was a leading lady and I was fully aware this was a cliche and I was probably being ridiculous.
My New Year's resolution was I'm not dating any actors and definitely none under 30. Meet my husband.
And at number 6, Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. Ellen and Portia first started dating in 2004 and have been inseparable ever since. Only a year later, the couple had moved in together. The pair has a 15-year age gap. Ellen is currently 63 while Portia is 48. When talking about the relationship, Ellen said, quote, "It's the first time that I've known in every cell of my being that I'm with somebody for the rest of my life." The pair got married in 2008, shortly after gay marriage was legalized. Halfway at number 5, George Clooney and Amal Clooney. George and Amal are probably one of my all-time favorite couples, especially because Amal was able to make an honest man out of him and take him out of his bachelor phase. In 2014, the pair announced their engagement to the shock of many. At the time, Clooney was 52 and Amal was 35. The pair have a 17-year age gap between them. The couple officially tied the knot in September of 2014, just a year after they met, with a beautiful Venetian wedding. The pair now have 2 kids together, twins Ella and Alexander. When speaking about their age gap, Clooney said, quote, "Well, I liked her, but I didn't want to jump the shark on it. I couldn't tell if she liked me because I'm 17 years older than her, so she might have thought I was her grandpa." Yeah, I don't think there's anyone on earth who would consider George Clooney a grandpa, like, come on. And at number 4, Leonardo DiCaprio and Camila Morrone. So if you watched the most recent Golden Globes, you saw Ricky Gervais savagely call out Leo for exclusively dating girls that are way too young for him. It's such a hot topic that someone actually made a graph calling out the fact that the ages of the girls that he dates stayed the same over the years, while he just keeps getting older. He is currently dating actress Camila Morrone, who is 24, while Leo is 46, a 23-year age gap. Recently, Camila spoke about their age gap after she noticed Leo being heavily criticized online, saying, quote, "There's so many relationships in Hollywood and in the history of the world where people have large age gaps. I just think anyone should be able to date who they want to date." The couple was first linked together in January of 2018 during a trip to Aspen, Colorado. The pair are pretty private about the relationship and really don't share much with the public. And at number 3, Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor. This gap is definitely the biggest on this list so far, with 32 years in between them. In 2015, rumors started to swirl that American Horror Story's Sarah Paulson was dating Holland Taylor. Paulson later confirmed their relationship in an interview with the New York Times in 2016, stating, quote, "What I can say absolutely is that I am in love, and that person happens to be Holland Taylor." Paulson is 46 and Taylor is 78. The two first got together in 2015, but they had met 14 years earlier at a dinner party. At that time, Paulson was with her ex. However, she says that she remembered thinking Taylor was, quote, "probably the most exquisitely beautiful woman she'd ever seen." And at number 2, Alec Baldwin and Hilaria Baldwin. Alec and Hilaria have 26 years between them, but that hasn't changed much about their relationship. They first met in 2011 in New York when Hilaria was working as a yoga instructor. Their relationship moved quickly from there. Hilaria told Beach magazine in 2013, quote, "5 months into our relationship, we got an apartment together. Then we started talking about getting married. Then he proposed. Then we got married. Now we have a kid." The couple has been together for 10 years and now have 6 children together. Hilaria is 37 and Alec is 62. And finally, number 1, Alexis Roderick and Billy Joel. Billy Joel recently married his 4th wife, Alexis Roderick, his biggest age gap relationship to date. At the time of the wedding, Joel was 66 and Roderick was 33. The couple welcomed daughter Della Rose in 2015 and a second daughter, Remy Ann, in 2017. Initially, the couple kept their relationship very quiet and made no mention of it on social media. However, a month later, it was confirmed that Joel had fallen for Alexis. She revealed that the two had been friends for years before getting together. When speaking about the relationship to Parade magazine in 2018, Joel said that in his other relationships, he was mostly concerned with working, and he was away from the house most of the time. But this time, he's working less, and he wants to concentrate more of his time on being a family man and spend time with his kids. And at number 10, Bob Saget and Kelly Rizzo. The Full House star got married to his bride in 2018. The pair have a 33-year age gap between them. Apparently, Saget proposed during an episode of Stranger Things. While watching the show, he decided to get up and grab the ring he had been hiding for 4 days. Rizzo answered the question of how the couple met on TikTok. Apparently, it all started when Saget DM'd her on Instagram. Apparently, Saget even contacted someone that knew her beforehand to get a better read on her. After that, friends spoke highly of her. Saget decided to ask her on a date. Now the rest is history, and they've been together ever since. And at number 9, Chris Pratt and Katherine Schwarzenegger. When this couple first got together, no one was really even talking about their age gap because everyone was more concerned with the drama around them. Firstly was that Pratt was going to be marrying Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter, and that Pratt was going to be getting married after her shocking divorce from Anna Faris. At the time they married, Katherine was 31 and Pratt was 41. The couple got married in 2019 and welcomed their first child, daughter named Lila, in August of 2020. And Katherine might have actually manifested the relationship happening beforehand in 2018, because in an interview she was asked which Pratt was her favorite, and she replied, quote, "Chris Pratt. He's been looking so good lately." Or maybe he just saw that and decided to hit her up. Who knows? And at number 8, William H. Macy and Felicity Huffman. This couple's even more interesting to me because I just started rewatching Desperate Housewives again, and I forgot how amazing that show is. It's literally one of my all-time favorite shows. Lynette is also my favorite housewife on that show, if you're wondering. William and Felicity dated on and off for 15 years before they finally decided to get married in 1997. The pair have a 12-year age gap between them. The couple's been together ever since and now have 2 daughters together. The family was also the subject of controversy when it was revealed that Felicity Huffman paid someone to take the SATs for one of her daughters, and she ended up serving 14 days in jail for her role in that scandal. And at number 7, Daryl Hannah and Neil Young. This union was revealed accidentally while Young was discussing voting at a conference and referred to Hannah as his wife. The couple started dating in 2014 and decided decided to get married 4 years later in 2018. There is a 15-year age gap between them. Young is 75 and Hannah is 60. Apparently, the couple had 2 separate ceremonies to celebrate their union. One was on Neil Young's yacht and another was just in California. And at number 6, Heidi Klum and Tom Kalilitz. This pair started dating in 2018 and Klum is 16 years his senior. Klum has spoken about the age gap and told In Style, quote, "My boyfriend is many years younger than me, and lots of people are questioning that and asking about it. That's really the only time when age seems to be shoved in my face and I have to give an answer for it. I don't really think much about it otherwise." The couple got married in 2019 in a small legal ceremony, then had the full-blown wedding in August of 2019. And Heidi has revealed that there's no doubt that Tom is the one for her, telling people, quote, "He is the kindest, sweetest, most caring, loving person. I feel so lucky. I don't know the last time I was this happy in my life. He is absolutely wonderful. Maybe it's because he is German and we understand each other in a different way, but so far so good." He's also apparently a phenomenal stepdad to her 4 children. Halfway, number 5, Eddie Murphy and Paige Butcher. Eddie and Paige met in 2012 and started dating shortly after. The pair first met on the set of Big Mama's House 2 because Murphy was on set visiting his good friend Martin Lawrence. While there, he had an interaction with Paige and the two kept in touch. The pair have an 18-year age gap between them. The pair got engaged in 2018 and now have 2 children together, son Max and daughter Izzy. Murphy somewhat poked fun at the age gap when he shared that he had welcomed a grandchild around the same time as his second child with Butcher, saying in an interview, quote, "I have my first grandchild, so I think she's 5 months, a 5-year-old grandchild, and a 10-month-old son. Guess that makes me a heck of a fella. My son is my granddaughter's uncle." And at number 4, Sam and Aaron Taylor Johnson. These two met on the set of the movie Nowhere Boy. Sam was the director of the movie while Aaron was starring in it. Aaron was only 18 when the pair first met on the set of the film, while Sam was 41. The couple has a 23-year age gap between them. In a 2019 interview with Harper's Bazaar, the couple said that they were professional on the set of the 2009 movie, adding, quote, "But everyone on set knew. As soon as we finished, he told me he was going to marry me. We had never even been on a date or even kissed." Aaron then said that exactly a year after they met, exactly to the minute, he proposed. They got married in 2012 and changed their last name to Taylor Johnson. The couple now has 2 children together, daughters Wilda Ray and Romy Hero. And at number 3, Rosie Huntington-Whiteley and Jason Statham. This couple has 20 years between them, but they hardly ever notice. The couple first started dating in 2010, got engaged in 2016, and welcomed their first child, Jack Oscar, in June of 2017. There's a rumor that the couple met on the set of the Transformers movie in 2010, however that's actually not the case. Rosie confirmed on her Instagram that the pair actually met at a party in London in 2009, adding that it was, quote, "instant chemistry." The couple went public when they later went together to Coachella. After nearly 6 months of dating, they moved in together and started being seen out in public more. When asked about their age gap, Rosie said, quote, "It's never been an issue. Age is nothing but a number." The couple is now engaged and has been so for years, but are in no rush to get married. And at number 2, Dane Cook and Kelsey Taylor. This couple is a 26-year age difference. Dane Cook is 49 and his girlfriend Kelsey is 22. The couple is very public on social media and even participated in an online Q&A to answer their fans' burning questions. When one fan asked, quote, "What advice do you have to those in age gap relationships?" Cook replied, quote, "The only thing you have to do is plan that your deaths will be somewhat far apart." He also answered the question of how the couple met. Apparently Kelsey attended a party Cook had at his house, and they developed a friendship afterwards, which later turned into a relationship. In February 2018, Dane actually commented on the relationship on an episode of Jimmy Kimmel. After he mentioned the pair's 26-year age gap, he noticed an audible reaction from the crowd, and then he said, quote, "Thank you for the snickers of approval. I'm sure that wasn't judgment at all." Yeah, definitely no judgment there. And finally, number 1, Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble. Following her split from her ex, Caitlyn Jenner, Kris moved on to Corey Gamble. This couple is a 25-year age gap. Kris is 65 and Corey is 40. The couple have been dating since roughly 2014, and he's been featured on their reality show Keeping Up on multiple occasions. Thankfully, Corey gets along with the family quite well, however he's actually the exact same age as Kim. Not sure if that gets awkward at times. Corey and Kris met in August of 2014 at fashion designer Riccardo Tisi's 40th birthday party in Ibiza. The party was thrown by Kanye West, which makes everything just a little more fitting. If you're wondering what Corey does for work, he's a talent manager. And People magazine reported that he was working as Justin Bieber's tour manager when he first met Chris. Justin and Corey are close, and Corey often refers to him as his nephew. In at number 10, Matt Bomer and Simon Halls. Matt Bomer rose to fame on the hit show White Collar in 2009. When he originally came into the limelight, he didn't open up about his sexuality. He later came out during a 2012 acceptance speech when he thanked his family. At that point, Bomer and Halls were already married. The couple opened up about their marriage later, admitting that they got privately married in 2011. The wedding was small and only included family and friends. The pair has a 13-year age gap, and when they got together, Bomer was 34 and Halls was 47. The couple, who are known to be very private, have welcomed 3 kids together via surrogacy: Kit Halls in 2005 and twin brothers Walker and Henry, born in 2009. And at number 9, Alicia Vikander and Michael Fassbender. Alicia and Michael started dating back in 2014 after meeting on the set of The Lights Between Oceans. The couple has 12 years between them. Alicia is 32 and Michael is 44. At first, the couple kept their relationship low-key and didn't tell anyone on the set. However, their wedding was exposed after the couple returned from their private wedding ceremony in Ibiza in 2014, 3 years after they started dating. When speaking about the secretive nature of their relationship, the couple said, quote, "I think we've made a clear statement that we keep certain things just between us. It was very easy to unite, but that's quite personal." Adding, quote, "I'm not going to talk about my private life with a total stranger unless I feel like I need to." And then number 8, Princess Charlene and Prince Albert. The royal couple met at a swimming competition in Monte Carlo in 2000. At the time, Princess Charlene was 22 and Prince Albert was 42. The pair dated for 10 years before deciding to tie the knot and getting engaged, then married in 2011. The couple is celebrating their 10-year wedding anniversary this month, but unfortunately they will not be celebrating it together. Princess Charlene contracted an illness while in South Africa and has been instructed not to travel. She told the press, quote, "This year will be the first time that I am not with my husband on our anniversary in July, which is difficult, and it saddens me. However, Albert and I had no choice but to follow the medical team's instructions, even though it's extremely difficult." And at number 7, Harrison Ford and Calista Flockhart. This couple first met at the 2002 Golden Globe Awards and have been together ever since. At the time the couple met, Ford was 60 and Lockhart was 38. There's a 22-year age gap between them. After meeting, the pair dated for 7.5 years before Ford asked her to marry him in 2009. They got married later that year. The couple have now been married for over 10 years and adopted a son named Liam together. And at number 6, Hillary Burton and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. This couple started dating in 2009 after they were set up by Morgan's Supernatural co-star Jensen Ackles. It's actually a miracle that the couple was able to meet in the first place. Burton planned on living in Paris after her departure from One Tree Hill, but after she got cast on Supernatural, she stayed in town and met Morgan. In her memoir, The Rural Diaries, Burton revealed that their relationship moved quickly. They moved in together and were pregnant with their son, Gus, within a few months of meeting. Everyone was taken aback that they were moving so fast, but Burton told People, quote, "When he came along, he was so sure of himself. I was not a girl anyone pursued. I've always been alpha." And Jeffrey was like, "You're gonna be my girlfriend." The couple has a 16-year age gap between them, and they now have 2 children together. Halfway at number 5, Elliot Spencer and Stephen Fry. This couple met in 2014 after they were introduced by friends, and they say that laughter brought them together. Talking at the BAFTAs, Elliot Spencer insisted that he couldn't be happier with Stephen despite their 30-year age gap, saying, quote, "I don't care what people think. Stephen is the love of my life, the light of my life." The pair got married in 2014 and have been together ever since. Adding, quote, "Humor is the key to everything. We laugh all the time. Humor is the binding thing in our life. I think that's what brought us together." And at number 4, Rod Stewart and Penny Lancaster. This couple has had a lot of bumps in the road during their time together, and their 27-year age gap has not been the issue. The pair got married in 2007, and it was Stewart's 3rd marriage. Recently, Lancaster appeared on the television program Loose Women, and she spoke about her marital issues in the beginning of their relationship. Early in the marriage, Penny found out that Stewart was having an affair. When speaking about that time, she said, quote, "There was a lot of pitfalls and bumps in the road, and how much can I handle of this?" But the couple was able to see it through. The couple has now been married for 14 years. And at number 3, Anna Paquin and Stephen Moyer. Anna Paquin and Stephen Moyer met on the set of True Blood back in 2008. At first, Paquin didn't feel a spark between them, but Moyer did. He told Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live, quote, "By day 3 or 4, oh, this is gonna sound so syrupy, but I knew I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. It was within seconds, really, and it just became a thing." Soon, Paquin revealed that she felt the same way, and they started dating. The pair made sure to keep their relationship secret for the sake of the show, but word got out quickly. The pair got engaged while in Hawaii and got married in 2010. The The pair are now raising twins together and co-producing Amazon Prime series Lack together as well. And at number 2, Rupert Murdoch and Jerry Hall. This couple has a 25-year age gap between them. Murdoch is 90 years old, while Hall is 64. Hall was previously with Mick Jagger and they share 4 children together. Murdoch has multiple previous marriages along with 6 children. The couple got married in 2016 and have been together since. The pair met only a few months before they actually decided to get married as well. It's believed that the couple met through Rupert's sister while they were both in Australia. And finally at number 1, Amber Tamblyn and David Cross. This couple has been married since 2012 and have a 19-year age gap between them. Their age gap was a potential issue in the beginning of their relationship. Cross admitted that he had feelings for Amber since the beginning and was thinking of asking her out after they did a comedy show together. But he admits he was hesitant because of the age gap, saying, quote, "I was slow to make any moves because of our age difference, and also because she was a fan." The pair got engaged in 2011 and got married the following year. They welcomed a child together in 2017.
In at number 10, Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra. With a 10-year age gap between Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra, a source close to the couple says that the age difference is not a big deal to them whatsoever. The couple was first spotted together in 2017, which was a year before they reportedly began dating. Apparently, Nick loves dating older women, and if anything, Priyanka has said that he acts much older than he is. She once joked during an interview that she calls him Old Man Jonas. The couple largely kept their relationship quiet because they knew how judgmental the public would be about it. Even when Nick had joined the 18th season of The Voice as a new coach, he was teased about his age by fellow singer Kelly Clarkson. I guess she told him that she was a decade older than him, and Jonas just replied with, "My wife is 37, so it's cool." In at number 9, Hugh Jackman and Deborah Lee Furness. Hugh and Deborah have a 13-year age gap between them, but the couple have been together for more than 20 years. Jackman met the love of his life long before he ever made it big as a movie star. He was a brand new actor at the time who became smitten by Deborah, who was already an Australian movie star. When speaking about how they met, Hugh said that it was during his first job out of drama school, which was a massive break for him, so naturally he was really scared. While speaking with People magazine, the actor said, "Deb, she was a big star. I got picked up and Deb is in the front seat of the car. I'll never forget. She took off her seatbelt and she turned around and put out her hand and took off her sunglasses and said, 'Hi, I'm Deborah Lee Furness. Nice to meet you.' I remember thinking, I like this girl." And according to Hugh, he actually tried to avoid speaking to her because he had a big crush on her. Although after inviting her over for a dinner party, the two really began to hit it off. The duo tried to keep the relationship a secret, which lasted for about 3 weeks before they realized everybody knew the entire time. Everybody on the set of the film, that is. In at number 8, Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. Although you could never tell based on Ellen's youthful appearance and dance moves, the comedian and talk show host is 62 years old, while her wife Portia is only 47. Despite the 15-year age gap, the couple have been together since 2004 and tied the knot in 2008 after the same-sex marriage ban was lifted in California. Recently, there have been lots of rumors swirling that the couple has split up, but Portia believes that these divorce rumors just means that they are now viewed as a regular famous couple. When she saw these tabloids speculating that they had divorced, she was happy because it meant that the public's perception had finally changed on same-sex marriages. Now they got these same criticisms that straight couples get in Hollywood as well. In at number 7, Hilary Burton and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. One Tree Hill actress Hilary Burton and The Walking Dead villain Dean Morgan have been dating since 2009. Dean has referred to Burton as his wife, but no announcement of an official marriage was ever made. The couple have a 16-year age gap between them and ended up bebeing introduced to each other at an Irish pub in Los Angeles by her former co-star. Hilary was reflecting on that night while speaking with People magazine and said that she was never a girl that anyone really pursued, adding that she's always been an alpha, but when she met Jeffrey, he was exuding confidence as he said to her, "You're gonna be my girlfriend." It's a good thing that she found this statement intoxicating instead of off-putting. Although the couple kept their relationship secret for so long that Burton gave birth to their son, Augustus, before the couple even went public with their romance. In at number 6, Heidi Klum and Tom Kalilitz. In 2018, model Heidi Klum began dating Tokyo Hotel guitarist Tom Kalilitz, and although this new relationship turned some heads because Heidi is 45 and Tom is only 29, so with 17 years between the couple, it was often a big question that would come up during interviews. While speaking with InStyle magazine, Klum spoke about what it's like to date a man 17 years her junior. Heidi said, "My boyfriend is many years younger than me, and lots of people are questioning that and asking about it. That's really the only time when age seems to get shoved in my face, and I have to give an answer for it. I don't really think about it that much otherwise." The rumors surrounding the couple dating came after they were spotted kissing on set while Heidi was filming America's Got Talent. They would then make their first public appearance as a couple in May of 2018 at the Cannes Gala. Then on December 24th, 2018, Heidi posted a photo on Twitter announcing that Tom had proposed to her. In at number 5, Amber Tamblyn and David Cross. David Cross and wife Amber Tamblyn have been married since 2012, but the comedian has admitted to Insider.com that he hesitated to get involved with the actress at first due to their 19-year age difference. When they first shared a comedy stage together in 2012 at a show in New York City, David wanted to make a move but wasn't sure if he should. Rightfully so. so he was taking into account the huge age gap as well as the fact that Amber was a fan of his. In at number 4, Rosie and Jason Statham. Actor Jason Statham and model Rosie Huntington-Whiteley began dating in 2010. Apparently, the couple met while Rosie was on set of Transformers because Jason was primed to take over Shia LaBeouf's spot in the series. Although after they began dating, they largely kept their relationship on the DL because of that 20-year age gap between them. However, the pair did go public with their romance at that year's Coachella Festival in California. After just 6 months of dating, the celebrity couple decided to move in together and began flaunting the relationship without a care to the world. The couple got engaged in 2016 and welcomed their first child, Jack Oscar, in June of 2017. In at number 3, Sam and Aaron Taylor Johnson. Avengers Age of Ultron actor Aaron Johnson met director Sam Taylor Wood when he starred in her movie called Nowhere Boy. He was 18 years old at the time and Sam was 42. With a 24-year age gap between them, the couple ignored their critics and were engaged months after meeting in 2009 and actually got married in 2012. Then they changed their last name to Taylor Johnson and had 2 daughters together. When they met on the set of Nowhere Boy, Aaron had been preparing for that role for like 6 weeks and worked extra hard because he knew it could potentially change his life. I mean, it was a huge movie opportunity. Although little did he know that his life was about to change in a whole other way as well. Aaron told Bizarre Magazine during an interview that as soon as they finished filming, he told Sam that he was going to marry her, even though they had never even kissed before or even been on a date for that matter. Sure enough, a year to the minute after they met, he got down on one knee and popped the question. In at number 2, Dane Cook and Kelsey Taylor. Their relationship was a big shock to a lot of people just because of how young Kelsey looks and how old Dane Cook looks now. I even recall him saying on a podcast that he once said to her, "Where have you been all my life?" before realizing that she wasn't even born until 1998. In 1998, Dane Cook was 26 years old and beginning to blow up in the world of stand-up comedy. The couple began dating in 2017, and an insider told Us Weekly that Dane is approaching this relationship with a more serious approach, adding, "This is definitely the most serious relationship he has had so far. He doesn't talk to any other women anymore, and before her, he used to have lots of one-night stands." We don't need a secret insider though to tell us that Dane is serious about this relationship. He is constantly gushing over Kelsey on Instagram and always trying to show off her musical talent, so we get it. You happy. Last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor. Hollywood actresses Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor have been together for 5 years now, and the pair went from quietly dating to working to normalize age gap relationships. The couple first met in 2005 at a party which would be a decade before they began dating. Sarah told the New York Times in 2016 that she was instantly blown away by Taylor's beauty when they met for the first time, adding that she was probably the most exquisitely beautiful woman she'd ever seen. While promoting an upcoming film on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Sarah told Andy and Billy Eichner how her and Holland's relationship began.
Day for it, and we sort of breezed by one another and then started following each other on Twitter, and then
Wow. So Holland Taylor slid into your DMs?
she actually did.
Wow.
With a 31-year age gap between this celebrity couple, it's no wonder that they've taken the reins of normalizing huge age gaps.
Space Calendar said, "I would be rude too. She's been that way since she was body shamed years ago." Yeah, I definitely understand her, speaking out about the weight thing, because that is a problem in Hollywood, that, body diversity, size diversity is very uncommon. So I'm happy she's speaking out about that, but it's kind of like, in a way, when you're kind of too self-deprecating that you make everyone else feel bad, you're like, oh wait, what? Then Jabbar said, "I'm not exactly a big fan of her. It seems like she likes to stir up trouble." I definitely get that vibe too. I don't know if she maybe is a really good publicist or something, and she likes to get in headlines, because that's really the best way to get into headlines, is to fall at the Oscars, is to make comments about other celebrities, do all this stuff, gets you so much publicity. So that could be kind of her shtick there. Then Chris Tan said, "Jennifer Lawrence reminds me of Chrissy Teigen." You know what? It's actually kind of a really good comparison, because they act super nice and super woke and stuff, but then they both really have a mean streak. Same with Jennifer Lawrence. She's been exposed for being mean to a lot of celebrities. That's very interesting. Maybe she'll have a big exposing in the future. One person said, "I see Britney, I click." Simple as that. Freaking free Britney now. Yes, we love to see Britney fans on this page, of course, and definitely free Britney. I hope it doesn't take much longer to at least lessen the conservatorship significantly. Then Alina said, "I'm a little confused about the boyfriend. If she can't control her own body, how can she have control over who she's dating?" That's a really good point. I guess I feel like they just care more about her work. Obviously, they just want to control her work and make sure she makes the money. So I think they let her date him, but it's very restrictive. I don't think they're allowed to go on vacations alone, or like she said, she can't even drive in the car with him. So they're very, very restrictive of what they're allowed to do together, but they are allowed to date. I assume they spend a lot of time in her house being supervised, which is crazy. Then JC said, "I will always support my favorite artist, Britney Spears." Yeah, I always forget how good her music is, and then I'm reminded, and then I listen to it, over and over, and I'm like, wow, I need to listen to this more often. Then Jabbar said, "Her family treats her like a dog. It's not right. She needs to sue all of them." Couldn't agree more.
more hope that happens after her conservatorship is released.
Desiree Johnson says the best family is the Addams family. 100%, that is the best family. Nailed it. Machine Washington says, Johnny, I absolutely love the way you said Kirk Douglas is a GOAT, just because you know that he is. Yeah, I almost felt like saying Michael was more famous is a bit of a stretch. I mean, Kirk Douglas had a huge acting career, but I appreciate your comment. That was a spur of the moment comment for me. I don't know why I did that with my hands. MLG Gamer says they passed the baton and their career grew like a forest. These are some of the best entries in my opinion. On a totally unrelated note, RIP Naya Rivera. I was so sad to hear the news yesterday. I am praying for the family, specifically her son, her friends, and just anyone who knew her. You're exactly right with that one, and yes indeed, rest in peace to Naya Rivera. Such a tragic way to go, and we give our deepest condolences to her family, friends, and fans. Zavala says, here's Johnny. Nah, that never gets old. Never. Lilith the Fox says, it's Johnny. Can you imagine if that is what Jack Nicholson said in The Shining instead of here's Johnny? Smashes the door down with his axe, pokes his head in, and just goes, it's Johnny. That's how I should start my videos now. It's Johnny. Gives you an option to hit that like button, that dislike button, go away, whatever you want.